disadvantage from the armpit to the end of the fist. Not likely to want to be in a jabbing contest with Golovkin. Golovkin also throws very hard body shots. So does Stevens. There's a little left hook upstairs for Curtis, and now a right cross.
Stevens also is a pretty quick fighter, and he himself had a pretty good amateur background.
Very quick fighter.
Golovkin lands a right cross, first one he throws. Stevens takes it very well. Golovkin with a little straight right lead. Has a look of tremendous determination on his face here.
Has the look of a guy that knows what's in front of him.
And Golovkin backs away. Not the common thing to see Golovkin backing away from a guy, but he respects Stevens' power.
And
good left hook.
Stevens' speed has him taken aback a little bit too.
Kind of smart for Golovkin to back up, just not to give Stevenson too much room though, because he's the taller fighter, so no need to stay there. Make the taller fighter have to reach for you a little bit.
Good right hand for Golovkin. Stevens again takes it well. His chin has shown up pretty good in the first round.
And I think he landed a hook of his own then too, Jim.
Final 10 seconds of round one. Golovkin wants to punctuate the round with something. Gets in a right cross.
There's a fighter named Darnell Boone. Almost beat Kovalev, lost a very close split decision. Knocked out Adonis Stevenson. Knocked down Andre Ward, the only pro to do it. Curtis Stevens beat him pretty easily. Stevens can fight. And because of the power, is probably the greatest threat to Golovkin in the division at the moment. He's got to figure out a way to get those shots home.
Well, other than the threat that a healthy Sergio Martinez might outbox him.
Several years ago was the last time we saw a healthy Sergio Martinez.
That's true. That is entirely true. Not likely he'll ever reach full 100% health again.
Be great to see it, though.
I'm liking what we're seeing right here in front of us tonight.
Not a lot has happened so far, but there is this sense of dramatic tension because of the power.
It's a chess match to see who can land the power first. Who can feint who out of position and land that good clean shot.
Meanwhile, amid the chess match, Golovkin is scoring with his jab.
And they asked for the same punch out of Stevens' corner, but he's not throwing it as much.
Big left hook for Golovkin. Stevens gets in a body shot. That's what his corner wanted. Right hand for Golovkin. Stevens with another little counter left hook. Misses the left hook there. Golovkin goes back to the jab.
Good right hand by Golovkin.
Good left hook by Golovkin. Down goes Stevens. There it is. Cossack Thunder in round number 2. And Stevens doesn't look all that good as he gets up. And now Gennady will go for the kill. 15 seconds in the round. He runs across the ring. Bangs Stevens into the ropes. 10 seconds to go in the round. Body shot. Looking upstairs. Misses with the left hook. Lands a right hand. Wobbles Stevens with it. Now Stevens lands a left hook.
And this is why Golovkin's the heavy favorite here, because he has the means to land the heavy thunder. It's much more probable that he does because he's a superior technical fighter in addition to having the punching power.
Well, he had been trying to show Stevens all night that his hook was just as good or better than Stevens is.
Stevens not letting his hands go now as Golovkin jabs him into position in the corner, throws a right cross, gets in a left hook to the body. Now Stevens fires back a counter right hand. Uppercut by Golovkin. First one he's thrown.
Golovkin is being careful as he pursues his advantages because of the punching power coming back at him.
And that jab is really what's setting up everything for Golovkin. Stevens' corner asked for the jab, but he's not throwing it as much.
Seems to be uninterested in trying to trade jabs with Golovkin, probably worried about leaving himself open to the right hand. Golovkin has made an impression with both power shots, the left hook and the right hand.
And now I wouldn't be surprised to see a thunderous body shot by Golovkin soon here.
Two big right crosses by Golovkin. Stevens takes them pretty well.
Partially blocked both of them.
Minute left in the third round as Stevens backs into the ropes. And Golovkin looks for the opportunity to land something big.
But again, hesitant to go to the body with real force because of the power of Stevens.
And the possibility of a counter shot.
Doesn't
Right
want to
hand
trade.
over the top by Golovkin.
Doesn't want to trade a body shot for a headshot this early in the fight against a big puncher.
Wear him down a little bit first.
Exactly.
But hard to wear a guy down when you're not going to the body.
There it was.
Body shot, there it was. Left hook to the liver. Right hand upstairs. Stevens throws a couple punches. Golovkin backs away. Thoroughly in control here, but being careful even as he measures Stevens for power shots.
So far, the fight's gone according to Hoyle.
Another body shot by Golovkin.
That last round should have encouraged Stevens to come forward more.
Golovkin knocking him back with the jab, lands a right hand over the top. Stevens much more aggressive than he was in the first three rounds. Now countering Golovkin's big stuff with big stuff of his own. Lands a left hook there.
Like Max said, maybe his head is starting to clear now from that first round knockdown.
And he's showing his hand speed.
Second round knockdown.
The second round.
Stevens is starting to land those sweat-flying punches, and you still don't get the sense that he's really connected with his money punches yet.
Golovkin back to doubling and tripling with the jab, something he didn't do.
Oh!
Big left hook by Stevens. Momentarily wobbled Golovkin.
Good right hand.
That didn't look like the left hook got all of Golovkin, or Golovkin might not be standing right now.
Good body shot by Stevens. He's way into the fight now.
He does so much better when he attacks first. Good hook by
Good left hook by Golovkin, right on the chin. Right cross lands.
When Golovkin works behind that jab, it's very difficult to deal with his offense.
We've seen how Stevens has reacted to a real good left hook that floored him from Golovkin. We have yet to see how Golovkin's going to react when Steven catches him with a real good shot flush. And that may happen based on how often Stevens has been able to land on Golovkin the last couple rounds.
One thing you see here is how well Golovkin cuts off.
Does that a lot. The Klitschko's do it all the time. Look, he's doing it right now. He sticks the left hand out and he doesn't pull it back.
Let's go.
And Harvey Doc said, you can't measure the guy. My interpretation is this. If the glove is closed, you can measure the guy. But Harvey Doc is telling him no. 6-0, Gennady Golovkin.
And we're told that Mrs. Rozier, or actually Tanya Rozier, excuse me, mother of Curtis Stevens, has returned to her seat at ringside. So she just took a little walk.
A lot of people have to do that. I had an aunt that had to walk the whole time I fought. Whether I was winning or losing, she had to walk the entire time. So sometimes you just got to walk the nerves off.
When Vince Dooley was coaching the Georgia Bulldogs,
Best to stay in the middle of the ring.
and now Golovkin tries to back him up again. Stevens has listened to his trainer who told him stay in the middle of the ring. But now Golovkin backs him to the ropes. And you heard Andre Rozier say it's not a good place for you.
Oh.
This is the corner where Golovkin has hurt him twice before.
Golovkin's done a great job avoiding those whistling left hook counters.
Yeah, he is.
But they still come here and there from Stevens.
And for Golovkin, though, he doesn't really have to be this close. He should stay out with his jab and just outbox Stevens. Don't even give him a chance to land the big shots. But the Abel Sanchez style of wanting to get him out of there is making him go ahead and push the issue.
And the fans appreciate that kind of risk-taking, and it's one of the reasons Golovkin's becoming a fan favorite.